Well, welcome aboard Elly the 2CV for this vlog, which is also a test of the Wireless Go wireless mic setup. I'm just running with the unit clipped to me. It's not a particularly attractive unit, but it's attached nonetheless. And I'm just going to deal with this difficult junction because traffic. And also tricky visibility. It's been a somewhat dark day with this Range Rover, but yeah, hopefully this is working. I'm a little worried it's clipping out due to the extreme volume of 2CV, but we'll see how it does. I might be able to turn it down the other end, I'm not sure. The Wireless Go has an LED screen, so I can see whether we're clipping out. We're just hitting the yellow, so hopefully that's okay. I may have to stop because Elly's steaming up. It's a somewhat damp day, you've probably noticed, and her heater is turned off and the heater cables don't work because HubNut. So I'm just going to pull over here and then I'm going to get out and have a play with them. Oh yes, that's sort of a lay-by, that'll do. Wipers off. Leave the indicator flashing. I'm going to leave you in here and go outside. And hopefully, oh, you're bouncing around on my chest. This is still working. Open up the bonnet, pull the flap to the, there we go. That should be heater mode engaged. And there, as you can hear, it's very, very wet. Lots of traffic hissing past as we go down the road. And so we now got the heater on. And hopefully that'll clear the windscreen and so I can actually see where I'm going. But while I'm recording this vlog, I thought it might also be a good time to talk about family. By the time you're watching this, the first video featuring Family HubNut will have gone live. I felt it was about the right time. I know I've said I'm keeping my girlfriend out of this, but to be honest, we've been together a year. I don't think it's appropriate to find a new girlfriend and immediately subject her to the world of HubNut. You know, we're still finding our feet, early days in a relationship. I didn't want to have that relationship on screen, so to speak. But now we're feeling a bit more established. We felt it was the time. She's excited to get involved. The children are very excited. They don't fully understand the repercussions, perhaps. But what is growing up and childhood if not about learning experiences and finding out what's good and what's bad about the world? So we made the decision to do it. Doesn't mean they're suddenly going to be in every video, but it does mean that if we go away together, I can film it in a much more natural way. Really is what's going on, rather than having to ask the children to step out of the car and hide behind the camera. That just doesn't feel right. So yeah, hopefully things will feel more natural going forward. Really wild day today. Elly's getting thrown around a bit in the wind, but I'm aware some of you, possibly the more negative types, will be wondering why this sudden change of heart. But it's purely our decision. It's not driven by the comments. I'm worried about the comments perhaps, so I'm going to be a bit more proactive about the comments if the family are involved, but primarily it's something we all want to do, and yeah, it should be very exciting times. Oh gosh, it's gusty today. I should have swapped to Giselle. I am swapping to Giselle later because we're going out as a family tomorrow for dinner, and the 2CV still lacks rear seat belts. Yeah, different times for the channel. I'm trying different recording equipment. I'm trying to use the Canon M50 a bit more when I'm filming outside stuff. Road tests are now a mixture of the two cameras. I'm using the DJI Osmo action camera for filming inside vehicles because it just gives that wider angle. It's got much better digital image stabilization than the Canon M50. And it's just a bit smaller, but this Rode Wireless Go is the latest experiment just to see how that works, because I'm finding, especially in larger vehicles, being wired and attached to the camera, a bit of a problem, stretching the cable to its limits. And I don't think just fitting a longer cable is necessarily the answer. Plus I'd like a bit more freedom when I'm working on cars, to leave the camera somewhere and walk off into shot. So we'll see how it goes. You can use this Rode system with a normal external mic, so you haven't got this big block sitting there in shot. So I'm going to experiment with both. I didn't bring the wired mic with me, that was a bit silly, but hopefully it'll add an extra layer of sophistication to HubNut. Not that it's ever going to be too polished, that's not what HubNut is about. Yeah, we're currently hurtling along in Elly. She's doing 60 noisy miles an hour. Her little wipers are going like the clappers as we zoom along to go and collect the post this week. And that's something else. I might have to knock mailbag on the head just because of the sheer quantity of stuff. It's all got to go somewhere. And yeah, especially as I'm settling into the new unit. So yeah, I think I'm going to say, please, it's been lovely that people have sent stuff, but we're going to knock that on the head for the time being. Hopefully we can bring that back at some point. It's been very interesting. It's been a lovely insight into how lovely people are, and receiving lovely gifts. It has kind of made every week feel like Christmas. So thank you very much if you did send stuff. It's been lovely. I'm running behind already. We're just about to collect another load. Last week I collected a big sack of mail. Haven't had a chance to go through it yet, so there's going to be a bumper crop at some point. Oh, the wipers have just jammed. Oh, Elly. Oh, that's bad news. That's bad news. Pull the wires off, pull the wires off. I've just pulled all the wires off the back of the wiper switch because the wipers have just jammed. The driver's wiper has gone over centre, so I currently have no windscreen wipers. And need to find somewhere to stop. There you go, that's reality for you, isn't it? Real life. Yeah, it's all gone wrong. Brilliant. I might have to abort this drive and go get Giselle instead. Elly has many items on her very lengthy to-do list for things I need to fix. Wipers, last night the headlamp switch was playing up. So yeah, it's getting quite bad. There's nowhere to stop on this road. Good grief. I can actually see where I'm going. This isn't dangerous. It's just less than perfect. It's been threatening to do that for a while and I've been ignoring it because I'm an idiot. I think the wind has just blown the wiper that little bit too far. Oh, that's a junction. That'll do. No one behind us. Emergency stop. And there we go. We just put the hazards on. And we'll pause here and I'll see if I can deal with the issue. I'll pop you off the windscreen and you can come. You see the problem? This wiper has gone over central. The linkage is too worn, so it's absolutely jammed up. And if I'd just left it, it probably would have blown the fuse. Maybe it already has blown the fuse. If it's blown the fuse, that means I've got no brake lights. But I think that also means I've got no indicators, and I've got indicators. And I think I may have inadvertently unplugged that wiring down there. Yeah, that's the brake warning switch. But let's first see if we can get these moving again. I haven't got the wind muff on this. Oh no, that has well and truly jammed up. Okay then, we have wiper issues. Oh well, right, I've checked, we've definitely got brake lights, so it hasn't blown the fuse. Brake lights and wipers share the same fuse, quite strangely. Right, but we're going to head back with no wipers. It's just stopped raining, so that's good. Oh dear. So this is what life is like when you have old cars and you don't get on top of the issues. Oh, interesting day. I have taken the passenger wiper off. I have it here in my hand. So if I feel I need to clean the windscreen, I sort of can, but yeah, it's not really what you want. I've disconnected the wires because while I think the fuse would blow if the motor started drawing too much current. You don't really want to risk a fire, and as I can access the switch, I can instantly cut the 12 volt feed to the motor. Otherwise that motor is still trying to turn, even though everything's jammed up. Things are getting a bit wet, might have to wipe. I'm just going to wait till this car's gone the other way though. Don't drop the wiper. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Thankfully it's not too far from the unit, but blimey, some days are more interesting than others. Well, there we go. We made it back to the unit. That wasn't quite the journey I was hoping for. Elly has failed me and is now throwing oil on the floor. I really need to go through this car and properly sort her out, and hopefully I can do that here. I'm going to have to jump in the GSA now because things have ended up in the wrong order. So the Fox is currently road legal. I have now taxed it. She's insured, she's good to go, but she's blocked in by Myrtle and Matiz, who's probably next on the list. By the way, discovered these are reverse threaded, which confused me. I'm wondering why I couldn't get the thing to fit. I'd never done that. She's still got her original toolkit, including a double-ended screwdriver, so that's all great. But yeah, that's the end of that one. Right, I'm going to go and try and have a second attempt at doing the post run with Giselle, who's still full of stuff. I've got sacks of mailbag stuff in Giselle, the GSA, and then we're going to head off. So yeah, that's the end of that one. I'm going to have to come back and sort Elly out. I'm going to have to pull the top half of the dashboard out so I can get the linkage out. I think my part stash does include another linkage or a new wiper assembly, so hopefully that's just a simple fit. But what happens and what causes this is basically play in the linkage, but also in the spindles. I can feel there's a little bit of play in that one. There's a lot in that one, and I think that's what it's done. It's just gone over center, locked up, and that is right annoying. But yeah, we'll try and sort all this stuff out in a future video. But first I need to move all my stuff over here, which will hopefully have happened by the time you see this video. So it's been interesting. There you go. It was meant to be a simple vlog. It's gone a bit more off the wall. How very HubNut. But thank you for sticking with me. Don't forget you can head to the store and buy lovely merchandise. We've got, I think we're out of Power Less is More stuff, but we've still got the Ellyversary stuff. And I look forward to seeing you in a future video. Farewell. Oh, Elly.